I'm Hunter.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Caitlin. I'm Nessa.
This is the Family Showdown!
And welcome to Family Showdown live, updating shenanigans. And we are here to talk about board games, and more games. And Hunter's gonna let the dog in because she apparently has been outside goofing around. So, thank you all for showing up. I know it's kind of crazy tonight with voting going on and all that kind of good stuff, but it's nice to see people popping into the chat. Good to see yous. Hope all is well. And we have a lot of games stacked up beside me to talk about. Plus, Hunter's got some mysterious packages over by him. What is going on?
What's my hair doing? What is this?
I don't know. That's kind of cool.
Hello! All right, folks. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
To those joining.
Just
all
like
right. So, we have an agenda. We have a full agenda. Look at that. Look at that agenda. It's full.
Well, now you know what's happening. No spoilers.
All right. So, we got among the things that are happening tonight, we're going to update on all the games we played. I played 14 games since last we talked.
That's a lot.
Rebecca played most of those plus 2 others.
Yeah.
Most of those plus 2 others.
Woo-woo.
We're going to talk about Falls Con. We were at Falls Con last weekend. Yeah, that's a con that happened at the Falls.
The Wichita Falls.
And just other assorted things.
Yes.
All right.
Tomfoolery indeed,
The election
Billy.
is tomfoolery. All right.
Oh, Hector is looking forward to Sparkle Kitty already.
So.
Gaming wife too.
I set the camera up without Rebecca sitting down. Looks like she's the star of the show tonight.
Woo! I'm
kind of
a
off to the side, and she's the star of the show.
So what's
as
up?
it should be.
Oh, brother. You know who does 99% of the work for this channel? And not to me. Mm-hmm. He should be the star.
The cat?
The cat, yes. That cat does more for this show.
All right, we're going to jump right in to a update of all the games we played. Like I said, 14 games. And then Rebecca will have 2 more to talk about. I did not play. That she played that I didn't play.
Ooh.
All right.
Hope I can talk about
As always, these are in order from worst to best.
Dude.
From least favorite. What?
Nothing. I'm just
least favorite to most favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I give you my ranking from 1 to 10. The BGG style ranking from 1 to 10.
I don't know if I agree with your little ranking over here this week.
Well, you can poo-poo it all you want as we go.
Poo-poo to poo.
All right, number 14. Coming at number 14, I give this a 2. I only give it a 2 because it's playable.
But is it?
And that is a Rocket Squad. I actually had to pull this off our coal pile to bring it out to show it to you.
Wow, Nessa and you really liked it, huh?
No.
So what is Rocket Squad? What is this?
So Rocket Squad, you are building a rocket ship in your backyard out of cardboard boxes.
Oh, that sounds cute.
It is cute. But it's take that. It's crazy random. It is... Nessa at the end of the game said, "This is not fun."
Ouch.
Which is funny because...
That child got entertained by throwing dice on the tumbling dice board
Tom on the
for an
Dice
hour.
Tower gave this a kids approved seal, and I don't get it because it is a not very good game.
It was unkid approved by Nessa.
It's just crazy random, crazy take that, crazy lucky, crazy. So yeah, this is not, in my opinion, and Nessa's opinion, not a good game.
I would not play it in a box. I would not play it in my socks.
It is
well said.
Not a good game.
Aww.
There are much better kids games. Battle Kittens, made by the same company,
Way
same
better.
box style.
Very cool.
Tons better game. All right. Number 13, this is going to make Rebecca sad. I gave this a 3.
I'm assuming
I gave it a 3 just because it has a Star Trek theme. If it didn't have a Star Trek theme, it'd be a 1. You can talk about this one because you seem to enjoy it more than I did.
Well, it's
Chrono Trek from the makers of Flux, and it's just as crazy as Flux.
I think he just said everything right there. It's Flux. If you like to play Flux though, and you like Star Trek, it's actually kind of cool because even Hunter admitted he liked the time changing stuff because you go in and when you get a card, there's different actions that will change the past, and you set up a tableau of like the Star Trek timeline, and some of them have chain reactions off of each other. So you're going around in a flux sort of way. So yes, it's kind of random. Yes, there are still what do they call them? The items that you lay out in front of you, and you can get a combination. So on a character, for example, you'd have. I know I'm doing way more than you probably wanted to do.
Anyway, there's a timeline.
Oh, you're not gonna... Okay, fine.
What do you want to do?
I was just gonna say there's an objective on the timeline you have to get. There has to be a certain card in play, and then you have to have a card in front of you.
Yeah, it's...
Very similar to Flux.
It's Flux with a timeline. But what I told her is I don't like the game, but I find it interesting how the timeline works. It took a lot of thought to do it. So basically you have a timeline. It's basically a listing of events that occurred in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
And like, for example, if you're a Star Trek fan, this will make sense. If you're not... Sorry. So basically, there's a point in the timeline where Picard gets stabbed by a dude when he's in the academy. A Nausicaan? Is that what it is? Yes.
A Nausicaan.
He got stabbed by a dude.
I was afraid you didn't know.
That caused him for all these chain reactions of things to happen in the future. But you can change it where he doesn't get stabbed, and that causes different things to happen. And so you have a listing of goals you have to get. So you have to make all these things flip and flop and organize in a way that all your goals are met.
Yeah, it's a different way to do Flux, and it's got Star Trek to it, so I think it's fun. Hunter's like, Flux! Rah! So there you go. So if you don't like the crazy randomness of Flux, you will hate this.
Yes.
If you don't mind Flux, and you like Star Trek especially, you'll enjoy this.
So
End of story.
So I played it, and I was going to win, and someone said nope, and then the next person won.
It's true. That really helps him enjoy games,
that makes it so much fun.
He loves the random nope stuff.
All right. Number 13. No, number 12. I give this a 4.
Wow.
Because I was browbeat to give it a 4 by Nessa. And that is Sparkle Kitty.
Sparkles.
So this game was designed for 5 to 8-year-old girls. If you have a 5 to 8-year-old girl, this is a great game for her to play with her friends, but not you.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
It's just a card shedding game where you're trying to get rid of all your cards, basically. But
it's cute little spells.
Every time you play cards, you have to say the names of the spells you're creating.
And so, Ness in particular will just start cackling because you have to say, Berry Doodle! Ultra Panda Berry Doodle. You're making up ridiculous things. Berry, Twinkie, Edie Beady, Ducky, and Piggy, and Monkey, and
if you don't say the spell you made, then you
gain a card. So
I spent 15 minutes saying Ultra Sparkle Doodle Kitty Doodle Sparkles for like 15 minutes, and then I lost the game. Thankfully, it was over. But Nessa loves this game. All her friends have loved it. She taught it to people, and they love it. So, like I said, 5 to 8-year-old girls. If you don't meet that demographic, this is not the game for you.
Well, unless you just like to say silly, stupid things, then it's fantastic.
All right, onward to my number 11. I gave this a 5.
I'm assuming it's this and not that.
No, it's not. It's a not. We do not own, and that we won't own because I rated it a 5. And that is Geek Out.
Ah, yes.
So I like the concept. Geek Out is a trivia game. It's one of those games. It's like, can you name this tune in 3 notes or whatever? So basically, you have a category, and you're bidding how much you can name of a category. So maybe it's like one of the ones we got was Batman villains. So everybody goes, I think I can bid 5 and 7 and 10 and 15. And everybody finishes, everyone passes, and then that one person has to name a bazillion things.
It's like a reverso name that tune, because you're like, right. I can name that song in 1 note, Bob, and now instead it's like, I can name 47 Batman villains.
So here's my issues with this game and why I don't like it.
47 hours.
A, there's no way to really check someone unless you pull out like an iPad and look up everything they say, which is dumb that you have to look up,
Unless you're all just complete nerdy.
Because if it's a category that no one else at the table knows, you can say Fred, Joe, Bob. I mean, you just throw crap out, and how can they prove that you're wrong? They can't unless they pull out an app and look up every single thing you're saying to make sure it's an answer to this question.
It's true.
I don't like that. Secondly, there's no time limit.
No.
So I had to name 25 games that had currency. And I did it, but it took me like 7 minutes.
And since we all were pretty sure we could do it, we're like, yes, you will name all 25.
So I'm like...
It was stupid. It was so stupid.
Start they thinking Stefan Feld games. I know it's not possible, but it would be much better if everything had a finite number of answers and they list the answers like in a book somewhere.
Something like that, yeah.
So then someone that can go, okay, go. Yes, no, that's not one.
But I think this has the staying power because it left it wide open that if there's something new that comes out, it's still a relevant game. And that's why they won't do something like that. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't like... Because I pulled out my iPad a couple of times to look things up, and if it's like kind of a niche geek thing, everyone at the table goes, "We don't know what that is," and we discard the card. I mean, it's just really strange to me.
And Jobby, I think you need a well-placed comma because I just read cholesterol baby and got really confused until I realized you meant to say my cholesterol baby. Because I am tired. Sorry,
it's a little baby made of cholesterol.
I was like, what is a cholesterol baby? And coming from Jobby, this sounds like something.
All right, that's enough about Geek Out. It's okay, but arguments will ensue.
Arguments will ensue.
Yeah, you get a bunch of geeks together and you're listening geek things. You're like, well, that villain is actually not a Batman villain. That is a Robin villain instead of a Batman. Batman never interacted with that. Yeah, that's what that game is.
Yep. Oh, that's a good idea, Tommy. If they had an app or something, a reference app, that would be cool. So it's like
check it.
Fast.
But they're so wide open, like board games with currency. There's probably 5,000 board games that have currency.
Yeah, easily.
All right. Number 10, I rate this a 6. It's good old Minecraft. We've talked about this many times. I played with Nessa. It's still a great kids game. I rated a 6, but if a kid likes Minecraft and they like board games, this hits all the. In
fact, we had several kids at the convention come up and talk to me. They're like, "I've played that. I played that video game," and they're like, "Wow, there's a board game about that." It was so funny. Eyes were big, and it was like, "Yeah." It was. I'm surprised they didn't ask to play or anything, but yeah, a lot of them came by. So awesome.
Right. Next, along the same lines, even better for kids, but I still rated a 6, is Baby Monster Baby Rescue. Monster Baby Rescue. No
cholesterol
no
baby
comma.
rescue.
No comma. So this is a great family weight game. It's drafting.
Hands will be thrown.
Drafting set collection point salad game.
Yes, and it's cool.
And it has 2 versions. It has like a kid's version that takes a lot of the point salads out. Point saladiness out. Saladiness. Yeah, I like that word. Point saladiness out and makes it like more straightforward. And then there's more of a family weight version that has all these ways to score points.
Which, actually, if you've got a kid that plays games, Nessa dove into that pretty easily. So
Nessa liked it a lot.
If you have kids that play games, they'll be able to jump into this no problem, and it's really fun.
So this is really one of those few games that is great for kids that adults will actually enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great. And the art's cutesy.
That's a very small Venn diagram.
I don't think
kids like it, adults like it, and they cross.
That's true. There's not as many as you'd like. But it was fun because people in our game group surprised me by like, yeah, we'll play it again. Because Nessa's like, yeah, let's play this. And then they're like, sure, we'll join in again. And I'm like, cool. It's got that kind of, everybody likes to play this game.
It was a good game. Like I said, 6 for me, but 9 for family/kids.
Yep.
I'm not a family, so I rated a 6.
Yep.
All right, onward to my number 8.
The chat has exploded.
Number 8.
Oh,
my number 8.
It's got to be this one.
Nope.
It's not?
Nope.
Oh.
Another game we don't own.
I didn't know there was more than 6 names.
Eclipse. Second Dawn. What is it called?
Ooh, the art on that's
Second
gorgeous.
Dawn for the Galaxy.
The art is
So this
pretty.
is... I played the Kickstarter version. Apparently, it just got mailed, like, last week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this is the Kickstarter version of Eclipse 2nd Edition. A few things about this game. So I'm going to start off... Do you want me to start off bad first or good first?
Bad, because I'm tired of you ranting. Say something good at the end.
Something good at the end?
Yes.
Okay, this game is horrible. So I've officially never want to play Eclipse again. Ever again.
Okay.
I am done with Eclipse.
You done eclipsing?
Don't invite me to play Eclipse. The only reason this game gets a 6 is because we're going to get to the good stuff at the end. So I'll tell you why it's a 6. Eclipse is parts of Eclipse are amazing. I love the technologies. I love getting technologies, and then you can build upgrades to upgrade your ships and blah, blah, blah.
Ships are cool.
But
Player elimination
and basically being eliminated from the game effectively, but then still having to play the game.
Ew.
So
hey, Dean.
this is what happened, and I'm gonna explain why this just put the nail in the coffin. Because I already sold my original Eclipse because I was done with it. Now I'm even more done with it. So this one dude just sitting next to me looks at me and says, "I'm gonna come kill you." And he proceeded to do the entire game. He did nothing but send ships over attacking me the entire game. Not building up resources, not doing anything, just coming over and attacking me.
Nice.
And he eventually succeeded in killing me.
Yeah.
Because at one point, he rolled amazingly well with dice, and I rolled amazingly sucky with dice, and I effectively got eliminated from the game. But I had to suffer through several more rounds to be officially eliminated from the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No. I'm done with Eclipse. But Rebecca said I have to save the good stuff for then. The components on this game are just incredibly, awesomely amazing. Now, I don't know if this is the retail version, but the version I played, the components may be the best components I've ever seen in a board game.
Holy cow! Seriously? I'm surprised you didn't call me over there then.
Everything about it. It was like if you took Eclipse and made a deluxe version of it. And then they took that version and made a deluxe version of that game. The components were off the charts. The ships were amazing. The little score tracker, your little player board is basically it's like 3D and printed like molded plastic stuff that you put all your cubes in.
Holy cow!
It was just off the charts, amazingly beautiful.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I can't say what I want to say. So I'll try to say it in a nice way. It's a window dressing for what I consider a bad game.
Aww.
So that is my rant on Eclipse. So if you love Eclipse and you think it's the best thing since sliced bread, this version is
gorgeous,
amazing, like off the charts, amazing.
Sorrow Song, you probably will still enjoy it. Just don't play with Hunter.
Well, no. Here's the thing.
Don't have a target.
Here's the thing.
It's the player mentality.
It was probably more the player than the game, but the fact that the game allows someone to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the way the board was set up, he was two hexes away from me. So he upgraded his engines to 2. He could literally build a ship and attack me the same round.
Yeah, you don't have a response to that.
And if he didn't win, guess what? He built some more ships and attacked me again.
Which isn't going to work for you.
And if he still didn't win, he'd build more ships and attack me again. And if that didn't work, next round, he built more ships and attacked me again.
Well, wasn't your race a peaceful one, too? It was like not a good race to have to
So the mere fact that they have the ability to do that is just insane.
Ooh, how are the rules different? Do you know of any?
I didn't notice any different rules.
So it's got to be maybe streamlining sorts of things?
I didn't notice any rules difference from when I played it before.
So that's cool.
The text seemed the same. The board setup seemed the same. Yeah, I didn't notice any rules, but yeah. Hunter's a slower. No, I actually asked everyone after I got trounced by this dude attacking me over. I said, "Is there anything I could have done differently?" And they said, "No, that's just part of the game."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you're like, woo,
awesome. So there's my Eclipse rant.
That was quite the rant.
Amazing components, though.
It does not have a spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's true. I need more maths. More maths.
Please tell me this is the game that's next.
The
chat's quieted down. They need some more.
Yes, next up.
Your favorite game, guys.
Tres leches me gusta.
Tres leches me gusta.
Tres leches me gusta. So I gave this one a... What did I give this one?
What did you
A 7. I gave this one a 7. The only reason I gave it a 7 because it felt a little clunky to me.
Yeah, it's got something clunky in it.
It didn't flow. The game didn't just kind of flow smoothly.
Yeah,
It was like
I agree with that.
you kind of bumped up against, like, it just seemed like it was like you feel like you're doing something and like, and it just a lot of the Euros games is like nice, smooth. You take your action, everything kind of.
It's
flows.
intuitive.
This
one's
one's
intuitive.
like, what do I need to do again?
Not intuitive.
It's a really cool game though. I really enjoyed it. I want to try. I want to try it again.
I do too.
It's got some cool mechanisms. It's got you got this
Tres leches.
basically you're converting elements to, it's basically alchemy. So basically you're converting elements into other elements, and there's a nice little flow through all these little tubes, through test tubes and beakers and stuff. So basically you start with lead and you go to like
gold?
copper, and eventually you go over and you get to silver and then gold, and you use those resources to complete I don't know if the contract is the right word, but you can complete things.
It's basically a contract.
And you're trying to eventually, all that kind of funnels towards you're making the Philosopher's Stone, and you do that by using those resources to upgrade your actions. It's got a lot of cool things going on. It just didn't feel, like she said, use the best word, intuitive. You didn't feel like it was all flowing together for me.
And the player boards are uniquely styled so that the Black Kitty is doing something different
Oh my
in
gosh.
every single player mat. It's priceless. So yes, it's very amusing to see the different player boards.
So yeah, to kind of explain what I mean.
You're not telling them the fun part.
You have cubes that go through, but what? What's the fun part?
I was talking about the art.
And you have things.
No.
You have things. They have little tiles up here that when you upgrade these when you complete your little spells, or what do they call them? I don't even know what they're called. I call them contracts.
We're calling them contracts.
So when you complete those, you can remove they're potions. I think they're potions. Anyway, you move little discs from up here and you move them down to complete the Philosopher's Stone here. And each one you remove makes your actions more powerful. So it makes spells easier to complete and things like that. And then it's got a cool mechanism here. When you complete rows and columns on the Philosopher's Stone, you get bonuses too. And
you got places to put the cards and stuff, so you can get extra little bonuses as you move things through these tracks. It'll trigger something. So it's pretty cool like that.
It's a cool little game. It's just, like I said, it just didn't flow for me. I don't know if that's I don't know how to describe it.
No, you're right. You're right. It's slightly clunky.
It just didn't.
It's not
flow.
quite intuitive. It's not as streamlined as it probably could be. But it's still fun. It's interesting. It's just that the teach on it is going to be a little bit more, because it's a lot of, well, you may think it's this, but like there's like some of the designs, like this little chameleon dude. It took me forever. I was like, what is that? And you finally, you told me what it was, but it doesn't look like, because it's got the little chameleon guy on it. It doesn't look like what the blank any die emblem looks like in other places.
Yeah,
just weird stuff like that.
But
nothing's not uniform.
It has a lot of cool things I like. I like
when
you upgrade things, you get more powerful skills. A lot of games are like that.
Yeah.
It also has, you can take reactionary actions on other players' turns, so you kind of paying attention to what they're doing, and you if they use a die that you need. You can react to that, because you draft one die and you're going to use that die for several actions in a row. But if she drafts something that I might want to do, I can react to her action. So it's got some cool stuff. It's got a lot of little fiddly rules that, yeah. Anyway, enough about Tres Leches Me Gusta. All right.
I love how now it's moved on to Purina Cat Chow. The chat is just off the rails.
I
love
don't know
it.
what's going on with the chat.
Love you guys.
All right, where are we at? We're at my number 6.
New York City.
We moved up to the 8s.
Oh, wow, I took a little jump.
And we're talking about Carson City.
Spatula City.
Finally got to play Carson City. I got this in November at BGG Con, and we finally got to play it. And I think I enjoyed it more than Rebecca did. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but she seemed to be kind of about it. It's a worker placement game where you're building up the city. You basically start with a little town hall, and you're basically building up your little area. And it's kind of like suburbia. Certain buildings next to other buildings give you points and stuff like that.
I was gonna show stuff.
It's got unique. I don't know if it's unique, but it's got a cool worker placement mechanism that you can go to a place that someone's already been, and then you fight it out. You have a duel, and the winner of the duel gets to take that action.
I found that
spot.
obnoxious.
I thought it was hilarious.
You all know why I found that obnoxious.
So I liked it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Why didn't we get to use the stick of dynamite?
Because we played the base game.
Oh, man.
The big box has like all the expansions.
Dynamite! I might like it better with dynamite.
Do they even call it a big box?
Look at what is this, a barn? What are these? What these end up being?
Those are houses.
I like them as barns. You have a barn raising in Carson City. Yeehaw! Alright, I'm better now.
I enjoyed that game quite a bit.
No, it's pretty interesting.
I want to play with more players.
Wants to play with someone other than me?
No. Well, yeah, that too. But I want to play with more players because the map was kind of wide open for the most part. We didn't really have to fight over the map too much.
Nah.
With more players, it doesn't reduce the size of the map based on the number of players. So I think it'd be more interesting with more people.
There you go.
And I didn't want to try the horse expansion because she wanted to play with the horses, but we didn't play with the horses. I always try to play the base game the first time.
A game with animals. We didn't play with the animals.
So sad. All right, my number five. My number 5 is one of Nessa's all-time favorite games.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing this on her top 10.
Our top 10 is going to be coming soon.
She's very excited about making it.
That's Bunny Kingdom, and we played with Bunny Kingdom in the sky.
Good heavens, does this add a lot? Like this makes this pretty heavy little game. The board, like this one is nice little grid. The sky, however, is not. It's offset, so things can be in part of your fife, and they're like diagonal. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Craziness.
Oh, you got it? Yeah. And then there's all these resources that already. Yeah, now you got it right. There's resources, some exotic, wondrous. They're called wondrous resources. Well, the thing is, then those count as buildings and stuff, so you can't build. There's not very much space up here for actually building things. It makes it really complicated, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. It's not where the dead bunnies go jobbing.
You go to the little kingdom in the sky.
The little kingdom in the sky, the bunny kingdom in the sky. But it's interesting because it adds more resources, it adds more chances for victory, and it adds this crazy way of getting monster fiefs / districts.
You have a little rainbow bridge that you can build between your city.
And it's mobile, so you can next turn, you're like, that doesn't combo as well as I'd like. I'm going to move it over here, and you can move it. It's crazy.
And chimneys. And
yeah, then there's that chimney one, and there's that one you can attach it to one of the, whatever they call the plain, boring resources, the wood, fish, or carrots up in the sky. If you have a chimney on that gives all of your fiefs that item automatically.
Right.
So it's crazy. It is crazy interesting, and it changes all sorts of stuff and how you're doing things. It's really cool. Really enjoy it.
Yep, it's good. It got played twice. It's that good. I like it. Card drafting.
Awesome Pfeffer.
With bunnies.
Awesome Pfeffer.
All right, let's move on to my number 4. Rebecca liked this one. I think she may even liked it more than I did because she loves tile placement games. Go ahead. That's it.
Okay. I was just making sure because I was like, this is the one I
rated this one an 8 as well, and that's Glen Moore 2 Chronicles.
This is good.
So I really enjoyed this one. It's a 90-minute Euro game.
Right.
This one's a tile drafting game where you're drafting tiles, you're putting them in your tableau, and it has a mechanism that I like and I think Rebecca likes as well, is that when you play a tile, every tile that's adjacent to that tile fires off too. So you're building these massive combos of gathering resources and collecting victory points and all sorts of stuff.
It's good. I'm looking forward to playing it some more.
It's lighter than I actually thought it would be. It's not a light game by any stretch.
No, it's
but
not.
It's lighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's not mega heavy.
And Glenmore 2 comes with all these chronicles, these little books here, and those are all modules
so cool.
you can add to the game. So they trick up the game a little bit. We didn't play with any of those. Like I said, we always try to play the base game first to get a feel for it. But there's eight different chronicles you can add to trick up the game.
With the exception of the fact that Hunter had to put on 17,000 stickers.
I did, in fact, put on 17,000 stickers.
The components are cool, except for that little tidbit, because
that's a one-time
Hunter's
thing.
like, I'm going to get this ready, blah, blah, blah. And
2 hours later, I'm still sticking stickers on the
cleaned half the house, I come back, and I'm like, he's still not done. And he's like, I'm putting on stickers. Oh, it was just... It took forever.
But it's good. It's good. I want to play it again. I want to try tricking it out with the Chronicles. The Chronicles are cool because when you read in the rule book, it tells you the rules for each one. It tells you how hard it is how much complexity it adds to the game and how long it adds to the game. So some of them are like easy in 5 minutes. Others are like hard in an hour. Yeah. So it has the entire range of how much you add to the game. Cool one. Like it.
Yep.
All right. Onward to my number 3. Where's my number 3?
I'm assuming it's this one.
Where's my number 3?
I'm assuming.
Nope.
Really? You like that one less than this one?
That's your game. I didn't play that.
Oh, okay.
So my number 3, I'm not going to pull off the shelf because it weighs 50 pounds. So I'm just going to give you a picture of it.
A picture of...
And that is Gloomhaven. I rate Gloomhaven an 8. It's bordering on a 9. So I got to play Gloomhaven. I played Gloomhaven. I basically got let me wrote it down. I got the campaign tracker and the Gloomhaven helper. And I did play 3 scenarios in the amount of time I normally do 1 scenario.
Nice.
So I got 3 scenarios done the other day. I don't remember what you guys were doing, but I played 3 games of Gloomhaven. I started the campaign over fresh. I got the helper, and the helper helps you do your combat. It makes combat just fly. And then the campaign tracker keeps track of all your characters, all their upgrades, all your party upgrades, all the stickers on the board. It keeps track of all that stuff. So I don't even have to mess with stickers and things. I guess eventually I will when I add them to cards. I'll have to do that part. But until then, I don't have to worry about dealing with stickers or anything. So it's making the games go really, really quickly. It's easy to set up. It is great.
That's awesome.
So I may actually get this campaign done in the next 20 years. With all that.
You got this. Sarsong mentioned that we should play Loon Architects.
Loon Architects.
Yeah, it's to Glenmore what Clans of Caledonia is to Terra Mystica.
Ooh. Interesting.
Okay. Sold me.
How do you spell it?
Luna and Architects together. Squeeze.
Luna...
1A. Loon Architects.
Architects. Right. Noted. I will look that up.
That's cool.
All right, my number 2.
That sounds very fun.
That's it for Gloomhaven. My number 2.
All right, I know what this is then because
it is rated a 9, and that is Altiplano.
Yeah. Another good game.
So I taught Altiplano. We played a game of it, and it was, as usual, great. I love this game. Mm-hmm. So I still like Orleans better, but I like this one quite a bit. It's a bag builder. Bag. It's a true, unlike Orleans where there's a lot of randomness to what tiles you get because you're putting everything you use back in the bag and you're redrawing. Altiplano, you rotate through all your tiles. Once you run out, then you put all your tiles back in. So you
actually do cycle through them.
You're going to see all your tiles. You won't have that one tile you're trying to draw out of the bag and you never, ever draw it out of your bag.
Orleans, you're like, curse you, where's the little blue guy?
Yeah, actually that was brought up. Jobby mentioned that everyone's wanting a TMG deluxe version of this.
That would be
Unfortunately,
really cool. No,
they don't have the rights to it.
Man.
The Renegade Games has the right to it. I have the European version, but
hoity-toity.
Renegade has the rights to Altiplano.
Oh man.
So, but I love it. Altiplano is a great game if you like deck building, if you like resource management, if you like alpacas.
If you like storage sheds.
Great game. Love it. Altiplano.
Yeah.
And my number 1 game, the game of the con, a game I've been trying to play for 6 or 7 years now, maybe? Is it that old? I think it's that old. I gave it a 9, but it is this close to a 10.
Ooh, now I am wanting to play this.
And I liked it so much.
You got it? You got it? You're crazy. You seriously got this?
I'll do the other one first.
You got it?
I liked it so much.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Amazon Prime is amazing.
Oh my gosh. Advertising for Amazon. You got it. Oh my goodness.
They can't see it.
I know. I'm just... Well, guess what we have? I should have known. Someone's going to have to change your password. What's this? Expansion decks? Good heavens. I should have known.
Tyrants of the Underdark. This game was so good. so
And apparently it was.
good.
Did you order that while you were there?
I ordered it while I was playing it.
You got a problem.
I ordered it while I was playing it.
Oh my gosh! Everybody's like, love that game. Ooh,
This
lots of
game
oohs and ahs.
is... Oh, I should.
I can't wait to play it.
I'm like, how many years? 7 years late to the party?
Well, at least you showed up to the party eventually.
No, only 4 years late to the party.
It just feels like 6 or 7 years to you.
Yeah, this game is awesome. So it's deck building, area control, goodness.
Nice.
So this at first blush may be an El Grande killer for me.
Really?
Yes.
It's that close to it?
It's area control with that one's action selection. This
Yeah.
is deck building. I like deck building more than I do action selection.
That means they're different.
They are slightly different, but I would play this play over El Grande any day. This is a good one. But, caveat, it is very attacky. It is attacky because area control is inherently, usually, I wouldn't say inherently, usually attacky.
I would say inherently.
This is attacky.
What else are you going to do with area control?
It's very much, you can start off in your own little world, kind of fan out, but eventually you're going to run into neighbors, and then you're going to start killing each other's
No
dudes.
one gets along with their neighbors. You ever notice that? It's like, hi, neighbor. It was more like, just saying. Just saying. It's amazing we all get along with our neighbors because all the board games tell you otherwise.
This is Dark Elves in friggin'
That's
Dungeons
true.
and Dragons. They kill each other. That's
Dark Elves, man, they were territorial. I read the Dritz books. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah. So if you're familiar with Forgotten Realms and the Drizzt series, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Some people say Drizzit. Is it Drizzit?
No, it's Dritz.
Drizzt.
If you look it up.
It has all the houses and cities and clans and all that sort of greatness and people, and the
Like
cards
his
you
key.
got are very indicative of that world. There's priests and chosen and warriors and
Tommy.
royal guards and all sorts of craziness.
Ooh.
So
Cool. Good to know. Yay.
and I got the expansion too because reasons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did tell us about this, that you liked it and stuff, Ryan, because I'm pretty sure you guys have talked about it before on here.
They had a learn to play session at the con that we haven't talked about yet, but we're about to talk about here in a minute. And I played it, and yeah, told the lady, I said, "You just cost me money."
Did you?
Yes. We're gonna open it up to kind of give you a little sneak peek.
Tommy, that would be a
You're
hilarious board
one of
game.
the few people who hasn't seen this yet.
I haven't seen it. I was
It's
busy
very
playing.
purple. You have to like purple.
Holy good goodness. That's a lot of purple.
So here's these are victory points tokens, and then the cities you get bonus money if you control cities, and if you have complete control of cities. You
Do
get
they have the
50
same
points.
names like Menza Baranzan
Oh
and
yeah.
all the...
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So here's the
Oh.
map. Here's the map.
I don't know if I even said that right.
There's the map.
Oh,
Very purple.
Cheetos?
You know, it's right here at the top. See, right here. Look.
Yeah! I'm starting there and taking over the world.
Then there's a market
Dark
board.
elves, dark
You
elves,
have
dark elves. Oh.
tons of cards. You have a little tiny bunch of miniatures. You got orange and gray.
It's orange. It's got to be a good
and,
game.
And purple.
Includes orange.
And red. And then these
It's
are
a
like
good game.
NPC guys that you have to kill.
Let's see. NPCs?
There's little shields.
Oh, they're just little shields. Don't even have a face. Done. Red shirts.
Anyway, I love this game, so I had to get it. And I got it. Because reasons. So that's my number one game that I played since last we met.
Wow.
I give it a 9.
Wow.
A 9.
Wow.
Maybe a 10 someday. It can grow
Nice.
up into a 10.
It can grow. It's a big boy.
All right, let's talk about the two games that Rebecca played that I did not.
Alrighty.
Firstly
Ryan, that's...
is Clinic.
Holy goodness.
Clinic.
Okay. This was... Now, I've heard that the original version of this is ugly as all get out and quite clunky. They streamlined some things, from what I understand. This was a recent Kickstarter, I think, and it was deluxe and quite pretty. So apparently they... And I saw pictures. He showed me pictures of the original, and this looks way better. The original one, I probably wouldn't have been interested in playing. Like, it was that...
Okay.
It is a heavy, crunchy... Did I mention it's heavy? Euro.
Yes.
Heavy and crunchy. What I spent most of the time doing is figuring out, okay, Got my player board. I'm going to build me a clinic. That's great. But you have these specialized, and of course I can't remember the terms. You know how I am with names. I'm really bad with names. We have special things. You like have neurology and cardiology. You have those specialties. And then you can have treatment rooms. And then you have like supply rooms and those attached to those. Well, to make buildings, you have to have those specialty like cardiology and those. But they can never be touching anything. And then you also have a second floor and you can build a third and a fourth floor or whatever. And things can go vertical as well, but they have to be directly above something that's got something already underneath it. So if I have a parking lot, I can't build something in the second floor above that because there's nothing supporting it. Until you do one of the expansions, there's an expansion that will let you and stuff. So there's that. And you can do stuff where like your supply room can be the floor above, but it's got to be directly above, so it's actually still considered orthogonally touching because it goes up and down and up, like three-dimensionally up, besides north and south on your board.
All I know.
That's what I spent the whole time doing, going, okay, I can build this.
That's exactly what she did the entire time. I was going to say, I was playing Tyrants of the Underdark, and every time I looked over at Rebecca, she was like this.
Yeah, because it's
staring
like,
at her player board.
Because it's like, okay, I mean, I figured it out. I did okay. I did not do poorly. Still lost, but whatever. But the, just what you have to do to keep track of it. And then you spend time for every employee and every patient they have to be able to park their car. So you have to parking. I spent more time worrying about where the stupid cars are going to park than I did.
This is a little bit too in detail for me.
Oh man, it is crazy heavy. And again though, it's not, I don't want to say heavy, it's crunchy. It's more crazy crunchy. Because everything has like, well, yeah, but it's got to be this and this and this and this, and the stars have to align, and it's got to be the second Tuesday of the month for this to do this. So it's like, okay, once you figure that out, it's kind of cool, because then, you know, it's like a big giant puzzle. I feel like I had like a 27,000-sided Rubik's Cube or something I was playing with, right? I get that. But getting to that point, I'm surprised I still have hair left, because I was just like, so it's really cool.
So yeah, this sounds like not my kind of game, because I like games that have, they're heavy and they have a decent amount of rules, but once you learn how to play the game, it flows, and the depth doesn't come from all the rules comboing together. It comes from figuring out how the different things in the game works and how they interact together, and there's not all these, you know, layered upon layer of rules.
Well, here's the thing.
Exceptions.
Some of the rules were intuitive. Some of them were. But then there were the others that weren't. Because it was like, okay, it makes sense that you're not going to build a second story to this above nothing. Okay, I get that. But then there's other stuff where it's like, well, the cardiology cannot touch neurology. And I'm like, why not? Why?
They don't like each other.
So? There's a wall.
Some people, one thinks with their feelings, the other one thinks with their mind.
This sounds like a relationship problem here. And I don't think that belongs in the clinic. Hello, this is a professional environment. But yeah, it was
better you than me on this one, I think.
Yeah, so it was. I can't say I hated it. I didn't hate it by any stretch. I was intrigued by it, but I can't say I loved it either. If that makes any sense. Okay, the cat has lost his mind. There must be a very big front coming.
And last but not least, we won't talk too long about this because we talked about it recently.
Yes.
Rebecca got to play Underwater Cities again.
With the expansion again. I like this game.
Did you play with, what expansions did you play with? Did you play with the green tiles? Or did you play with the museum? Did you play the museum?
No.
So we played with museum, so you must have played with something different.
Yes. And
there's 3 expansions, I think.
Well, and Austin had a promo thing where there's a little green
Yeah, that's just
dome.
a promo.
He had a promo. That was cool.
So there's green tiles like this.
I'm trying to remember. No, we played with those.
Yeah, so that's probably what the expansion
We played with those. We played with those.
Yeah.
We played with, like, all sorts of stuff. And I just don't remember the names for stuff, I told you. But it's so good. It just reinforced that this is a good game.
Yeah, boy,
it was really fun, and I enjoyed the extra stuff that he added, like the little promo thing and stuff. It was really cool to try some of the new stuff with it, and still really awesome game. If you guys like this, the base game's really cool. You don't need the expansions, but
player boards are nice.
The player boards are really cool. So if you're more about that sort of thing, then yes, get the expansion. Don't hesitate, but the base game itself is just really good
Yep.
for this. We just changed the box.
So instead, they just played it back-to-back games
Oh, nice.
last weekend.
Nice. Yeah,
I
it's
can't see that.
It's so good.
Is it skilled? Skilled. I like that.
Where you at?
Is it skilled?
Where are you looking?
The very bottom.
Oh, skilled scuffing? Yes. I'm probably saying that wrong, but
Skilled. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what that's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. All right. That's it.
it's such a good one.
That's it. That's all the games we played.
All the games!
16 games.
Hands were thrown.
There were no
Nice
hands
camera
thrown.
shake.
There was no hands thrown. All right.
Oh, dear.
So, FallsCon. Let's talk about FallsCon. So, we went to FallsCon last weekend. We arrived late Friday evening. It's about a 2-hour drive, so we left after work, and we decided not to hit the con for an hour
Yeah, because
Friday night.
Well, Nessa was
So we got
tired.
up early Saturday, hit the con. It's not a 24-hour con. It shuts down, so it was from 1 to 11 Friday, and then 10 to 11 Saturday, and 10 to 5 Sunday. So it's not 24 hours. It was at a new location. Before they were in a little kind of a meeting room downtown.
Yeah.
Wichita Falls. This is like a wedding
He said,
venue.
I was chatting with them on Twitter. They said it's mostly used for wedding venues.
So it's a big giant barn.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a big giant barn with all these tables.
In the middle of a field, so we're driving and we're like, did the GPS get this wrong?
It's literally a barn in the middle of a field. It's not like a barn.
No,
but
no. It just looks like a barn on the outside.
Yeah, it's made to look like a barn.
It's not
I guess
a barn.
for hoedowns. Anyway, so it was a really nice venue. There was plenty of tables. There's plenty of space. The library was comparable to
You making up words?
the previous one, because the previous one I think was mostly Carrie's games. This one
Yeah.
was mostly someone else's games. It was
He
probably
brought some too, though.
it was probably about 200 games, and there were a lot of really good games.
Yeah, they had a pretty good selection.
Let's see what else is going on. They had tons of snacks. Had games for sale. They ran events almost hourly. There was an event going off of some kind.
They did a really good job on that.
They were mostly oriented to miniatures and role-playing games, and less towards board games.
Well, because, and I was talking with Kerry about that, he says Wichita Falls, for whatever reason, has a really huge, good group of RPG players. In fact, there's one guy there that, I guess he's retired, and he, just for fun, people can send him a message, say, hey, I've got this and such kind of character, I want to do a campaign, and he'll like, whip one up and be like, okay, and just do custom stuff, and so they have tons of RPG players in the area.
Yeah, so there was about a group of
It's
about
really cool.
20 or so people playing RPGs the entire convention.
Yeah.
Then there was probably another 10 or 12 that were playing miniature games the entire convention.
Yeah, that's true. There was a
And
ton
then there
of
was
those.
probably another maybe 20 to 30-ish that were playing board games. So it was a
Nice
so
variety.
overall it's probably 60-ish, 60, 70 people at any given time.
Yeah.
There's people dropping in, dropping out at the convention. I thought it went really well. I think the only minus I've heard is the food situation was kind of wonky.
That wasn't their fault.
It wasn't the convention's fault. They basically a food truck was there on site, and it was sporadic at best. So it was arriving late. Food was taking an hour plus to get your food, which I guess isn't that big of a deal because you're playing games and stuff, so you may not notice. But yeah, there was a lot of him and hawing about the food truck, but luckily
The staff was super nice. They're super helpful. They were going around trying to help teach games, and they'd offer, like, if you go in the library and they're like, hey, are you looking for something in particular? They try to help you find games. Just super friendly.
Yeah, they had probably 6 or 7 people there at all times.
All the time,
That
yeah.
was
doing stuff.
volunteering
That was
/ running
cool.
the convention. So it was about a 1 to 10 1 to 10 ratio of volunteers to
It's actually
people.
pretty sweet.
So,
if you think about it, that's pretty cool.
Like I said, the only minus is the food. They only had like chips and candy and junk on
but it was
site.
cheap too, though. It was actually affordable for their little snacky
Right.
stuff, which was cool.
But you can go 10 minutes into town and there's everything.
Yeah.
So, not everything, but a good
chunk of
a
things.
good variety of things to eat.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. It's a good convention. It was the first year, like I said, you Carrie, a person that we've come to know, I guess.
Carrie
my
Jensen,
friend.
yeah.
He ran it the first 3 times, and now he handed it off to this group, the people that are running it, and they're already excited about next year. So if you're in the area, if you're even remotely close to Wichita Falls, try out
Yeah, it's worth it.
FallsCon.
Totally
it was pretty
worth it.
good.
So, pretty fun. Is there a great escape room nearby?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Now I'm intrigued. Or is there one in San Angelo that... I'd be more inclined to think there's an escape room in San Angelo.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't do escape rooms.
I'm not doing one with
Don't
him.
you people know me? Don't do escape rooms. I want to be the person. I'm only the person in an escape room that is like the NPC that like bothers the players.
Oh my gosh, that's about right.
That's what I want. I want to be the zombie. I'm going to be the zombie.
That is totally your role.
The zombie that attacks like midway through the
You're the
scenario
troll that be
and
like,
starts
hey, there's a big clue on the wall. Let me see that. And it's like, I'm trying to read here, and you're like, no, let me see that.
Got my pad. This is like my lifeline.
And that's how we play escape rooms. Right there. You just saw it in a nutshell.
All right. So that's FallsCon. Like I said, I think I talked about everything: location, food, library, events, new management, and attendance. I talked about it. I hit all the
Look at you.
marks.
Check.
I checked all of the marks.
You did. You go.
What time is it? 9 minutes. All right.
9 minutes, nothing. Bye. I'm just kidding.
So now we're going to do a channel update. A little update of the channel.
Update?
So
what are we up
if
to?
you haven't seen Rebecca's Top 100,
what's wrong with you?
Please
go watch that.
Go watch your Top 100.
Crazy.
Because
lots of talking points.
Because
why?
Because next Tuesday, 1 week from tonight, next Tuesday, the definitive top 100 games of all time. If you have watched in the past, I take our top 100s, do some math magic, merge them together, and I get a new top 100 that combines our lists.
The Mega
and it just,
100.
And just scrolls, and we just talk about the games as they scroll by. We do the entire 100 to 1 in one sitting in about an hour.
Do you remember the Micro Machine commercials? We're going to talk like the Micro Machine Man. Really fast.
Yeah, so we do the entire 100 to 1 in exactly an hour. I timed the scroll out to be 1 hour long.
Did you really?
Well, I will. That's what I did last time.
Nice.
I think last time we had technical difficulties, so it ended up being a little more than an hour. But
garbage. Internet, I'm looking at you.
Internet's doing good.
Shh.
So far.
What have I told you about that?
So
Man,
next Tuesday, Rebecca's top one. No, not Rebecca's. The definitive combined.
Mine.
Mostly Rebecca's.
What?
Combined top 100.
That's funny.
A couple other things. Nessa's top 10 is in the near future. It's not scheduled yet. She wants to do it again, and she's already got it narrowed down to about 15 games ish of her top 10.
Yep, I think we're working on that over spring break, if I remember correctly. She wanted to do that, so I'm excited about that.
In the near future.
We had some good discussions this weekend.
Yesterday and today, I released both the extended cut of my last Board Game Breakfast episode.
That was cool. I like that.
And through the years, the 80s all together. Was released today as well.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Fun.
So we have like a couple minutes left.
Aw. Don't throw hands. Jazz hands. Yeah.
I'm the escape room trader. That'd be awesome. I'd be the guy that...
Escape room trader. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine you're doing an escape room? You're on a time crunch.
I even got
and he's like, ha-ha!
I even got it better. Basically, what I'll do is I hang out at escape rooms, and I'm like, I don't have a group. Can I join your group?
Oh, you're terrible.
Can I join your group? I'm really good at escape rooms.
The first murder in an escape room.
I'm really good at escape rooms.
You're going to
join your group.
Murdered.
So I just cause chaos, and then I just go back out front, wait for the next group. Can I join your group? I haven't done this one before.
Oh!
And then pretty soon, after about 3 or 4 of those, I call up Rebecca. I'm like, I have a black eye and my arms all bent. I'm like, Rebecca.
And I'll be like, walk home.
Mistakes were made.
Oh my goodness.
Nick, FallsCon will be there. So we basically have an unwritten rule that we're going to FallsCon and West Texas Con every time they have it.
Cool. Yeah, Nick, that'd be so cool if you get to go.
We're every timers to those conventions.
We are.
And we don't tend to change that.
Dude, I just want you to have a body cam when you go do the trader in a escape room.
Hi, guys.
As soon as Hunter just goes up and says, hi, guys, you should be suspicious.
I don't have a group.
Hi, guys. You sound so... No, you sound so guilty right there. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my goodness. A career counsel? What do I lost?
Jobby as career counselor. That's true. He did help you define your new role as traitor and an escape.
I like
room.
it. That's
Yeah,
what I'm gonna do. That would be hilarious.
No, you and Jobby need to be separated now. I've decided.
I remember when we did the puzzle hunt at BGG Con. About 15 minutes in, I was like doodling.
I finally was like, I'm not working on the same puzzle as you. And what's your coworker's name? I can't think of her name. And I was Andrea, yes. Yeah. And I was sitting there. And I'm like, she and I work together. Great. And I was like, nope.
I was over doodling. I'm like, this is so
done with
dumb.
you, man. Nope. Oh, it's too funny.
Hi guys, the traitor. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up a few minutes early.
Yeah. But it's been awesome, guys, and can't
Luna
Architects.
Luna Architects. Yeah. So next week, Definitive Top 100. Look for my Through the Years stuff.
It's gonna be fun.
Coming out. Catch me on Board Game Breakfast. I do by the numbers.
Yep. Good times. Yeah. We'll see you all soon. Thank you so much for joining us, as always.
Bye. Bye. 0 drop frames. Hurrah!
Yeah, now you can jinx